So keep some room for that as well if you are trading multiple lots. And keep a stop loss at about 8 odd rupees from your purchase price and look for a target somewhere around 487 to 490. Second buy is on Jet Airways. The stock zoomed, in a pretty crazy manner, if you will, towards the ending of yesterday. Doesn't really seem to have surrendered all that gain. I didn't read anything about it in the papers. Of course, rumors are always afloat. But the fact remains that, it goes up 30 bucks and surrenders about 5 of that. That makes it a buy on my book. 395.96 is where I would like to buy it. Keep a stop at about 387 and then look for a target at 415 to 420.
Sandeep, how about your fresh ideas? What is it that you would recommend?
Aisha, we have a buy in Aban 403 to 401. In case it doesn't come in, then buy above 406 because this stock is on a run. Around 380 is where we had recommended 4 or 5 days back, and now it is at 403, still looking good for a target of around 420. A risk of 4,000, reward of around 8,500. A buy on McLeod Russell July futures 302 to 301, stop loss of 297.50 and a target of 312.
Okay, just want to talk about some other movers in trade as well. You've got an Indian bank which is seeing significant amount of open interest gains. Voltas is holding up very well. So is the case with an Idea wherein you're seeing open interest addition of almost 11% coming in. Bombay Dyeing, Emphasis are your other names in trade. On the flip side, open interest losses building up for Mobile Global, Sun TV, BEML. You've got an IOC as well. SR Oil, Gen Irrigation as well as Renuka, which is currently down by about 3%. That's the open interest cut that the stock is currently sitting at. CK, what is it that you are sensing about the entire sugar space? 2 days of an up move and today you're seeing profits being booked. Does it seem like what we saw in the last 2 trading sessions was just a feeble rally?
It's not surprising to see this sort of movie because they are, like a comet, blaze a little and then blow out by itself. But this time around, the mood did look a little more hopeful. And I would give the benefit of the doubt to the stocks and as well as the sector that we had nice volumes, we had nice breakouts with some increase in momentum, we had nice widening of ranges. Range expansion is after all a precursor to a trend onset. So I would give benefit of doubt for yet another day. This may be normal profit taking as people shift focus to other stocks. But I think I would look to buy one more time during dips. Maybe if we get it a little cheaper tomorrow or by end of today, I would venture yet with a small long with a suitable stop. So I'm still bullish on Sugar Pack.
Sandeep, what is it that you would do with the Wipro currently at 397 levels?
Somehow, Aisha, I have not been that bullish on the IT space, and Wipro is no exception to that. In this kind of a market when stocks are buzzing around, I don't see that kind of a strength. In fact, I had a short sell in TCS for an intraday trade. I would definitely not buy Wipro at this point in time, but I would not go short because the market is on the verge or probably has given a breakout and we are on the way to 53.70, 53.80. I am looking at 100-point Nifty upwards, so I would definitely not go short.
Okay, CK as well as Sandeep, thank both of you for taking time out and joining us as always and sharing with us your ideas. Leave the market absolutely quiet around 5,300 on the Nifty spot. The banking pack showing you relative strength coming in, as is the case with the broader markets too, with the mid and the small cap indices outperforming the frontline counters in trade. Manisha will be back after this quick break and talk commodities.
Always thinking markets, always talking technicals. Catch Rajat Bose and CK Narayan every weekday between 11 a.m. and 2:30 p.m. only on ETNow. Always thinking markets.
Good morning, Mahesh.
Good morning.
What's your idea of a healthy mouth?
No cavities, no gum problems.
But without germ buildup. Let's check. This is germ buildup.
But I just brushed.
Try new Colgate Total. It helps reduce germ buildup up to 90% and works for 12 hours. Have you been using Colgate Total?
Every day.
Now your mouth looks healthy.
Much less germs.
Colgate Total, 12-hour protection for a healthy mouth.
Daily trading in Sensex derivatives crosses rupees 56,000 crores. Participate in the Sensex.
Ye hai NASA's most ambitious project, Juno, the spacecraft on a 5-year mission to discover Jupiter's secrets. Juno's scientific payload includes specially designed no cameras please high-speed engines that will take it to Jupiter in just 1 year. Any questions?
Yes. कितना देती है?
For a country obsessed with mileage, Maruti Suzuki makes India's most fuel-efficient cars.
पिछले 30 सालों से गांव-गांव को देश की मुख्य धारा से जोड़ रहा है नाबार्ड। गांव बढ़े तो देश बढ़े।
IFX is into virtual reality and we have a very good scope.
We cater to cost-effective corporate video catalog. We are reaching out to all the students and we monetize the community.
Witness the emergence of tomorrow's pioneers.
I'm really impressed by the ideas which you have on the show.
We just felt that the mission and the passion is very strong. I'm reliving a bit of my past.
Watch budding entrepreneurs vie for a rare opportunity to transform their business. Watch Pioneering Spirit, a product of Lufthansa, only on ETNow. Maximize the mid-cap advantage with India's top-notch technical analysts Deepak Mohani and Prakash Gaba. Trade at a profit, whether bears or bulls are in charge. Only on ETNow.
Hello and welcome back. Let's touch upon commodities now, where we have seen a bit of a profit taking come in, especially in the energy pack. Remember, 14% of gains in 3 days, and today has been a bit of a profit taking for most of the commodities here, especially crude prices down nearly 0.5% to 1% at this point in time. And most of these commodities actually are tracking the gain in the US dollar index ahead of the ECB meeting tomorrow, where many are pointing or betting that you might be looking at a 0.25% of a decline in the interest rates, and that is how the markets are working right now. We have seen a bit of a decline coming in for the gold prices as well. Remember, 1620 is where we saw them trading in the Asian markets early there. But after the European markets have opened, there has been a bit of a red across board in most of those commodities there as well. 1617 with nearly $20 of a gain. That's what we saw in the markets overnight there. Let's go across then to Renisha Chenani. She is commodity analyst, capital markets individual, and she joins us from Edelweiss in Ahmedabad. Renisha, hi, welcome to the show. Let's start with the crude prices first and the kind of run-up that we have seen in last 3 sessions. How is it looking in sense of numbers, and how would you read today's profit taking?
Hi, good afternoon, Manisha. Yes, crude oil has risen around 13 to 14% in last 3-4 trading sessions. And the reason was that we saw a positive outcome coming in from EU summit, and where they announced that they would bolster the growth and also fight the debt crisis. Also, there are positive news coming, positive aptitude coming in from Iran, where we have seen that EU oil embargo has come into effect from this month onwards, from 1st July. So prices have taken support from there also. Iran is the second largest producer of OPEC after Saudi Arabia, and after this Iran sanctions by EU, Iran, where daily production was around 3.3 million barrels a day, has now would come down to 2.3 million barrels, and that means that 1 million barrels would be downsized. So Iran would come on with less profits, and the option it has that it could come to the negotiation table with the West countries, and then it could even come down to negotiating that it would reduce its nuclear program by 20%. So all these factors have supported the crude oil prices. And I think that this rally would be continued. We have seen somewhat profit booking happening today, but this could be the levels you should enter in this market. And I think by this weekend we could see the levels of $90 and $92 on the upside. And as US is closed today due to Independence Day, the market is dull. But tomorrow again the market would be active, and during the inventory period tomorrow, the prices would come down. So I expect that would be the level one should enter around 47.20, 30 levels. Stop loss should be kept at 46.30 and target would be around 4,900 and 5,000 levels on the upper side within 2 or 3 days.
The buy on dips is the strategy coming in from Edelweiss. But Renisha, how would you look at the precious metal prices? Because there is this expectation of QE3. You also could be looking at a repo rate cut coming in from China. I mean, those are factors which have been supportive for the precious metal prices, especially gold holding around 1% high at this point in time. Do you look at further gains coming in?
Yes, definitely. Gold is trading in range of $1,550 to $1,650 from few weeks. And we have been advising our traders and investors to buy on dips, and one should enter around 1570 levels and liquidate their positions around 1640 levels. So similarly, now gold is trading above $1,600 and it has maintained that support, so it could go up to 1650. And if prices break this range of 1650, the higher targets would be 1675 and $1,700. Gold is definitely getting a support from the monetary easing, that is the speculation nowadays. After the bad economic data coming in from US, like the manufacturing data was not good, and this weekend we have payroll data that would come in. So if this data also is negative, then gold would definitely cross this range and move higher. And we would recommend to buy around 29,600 and the stop loss should be kept at 29,450. The targets would be 29,800 and 900 on the higher side. And also tomorrow we have this ECB meeting where they are expected to cut rates by 25 basis points from 1% to 0.75%. And also BO is expected to ease and continue its another round of bond buying and by 50 billion pounds to 375 billion pounds. So this would add as a bullish factor for precious metals, and gold is expected to rise from these levels.
But Nisha, all the factors that you have, all the factors that you have pointed would be supportive for the base metal prices as well. So would you think for the very near term we could be looking at some more gains coming in for that one as well? And if yes, which metal would you buy and what would be your targets for that?
I would recommend to buy copper or nickel. Copper is trading in range of 400 to 440 from last few days, and this range would continue. Copper would get its bullishness from the monetary easing speculations. So I would recommend to buy copper around 425 levels. Stop loss should be kept at 417. Targets would be 438 and 440 on the higher side. Even nickel is looking good. One should buy around nickel around 940 levels, and stop loss should be kept at 930 levels. Target would be 960 to 965 on the higher side, because nickel is in the process of bottoming out at LME. The range was 16,000 to 17,500 on the higher side. So I think this range would be broken and prices could move higher, because 16,000 is the cost of production for many producers. So prices would be well supported here and it could bottom out here.
Renisha, very quickly before we let you go, a quick word on silver as well, since you have a buy call coming in for most of the other commodities. Are you bullish on this one as well?
Yes, silver is taking multiple support levels at $26 at COMEX, and even in last week prices rebounded from that level. So until silver remains above $26, I would be bullish and recommend to buy. Now prices are trading around $28 and it can move up to $29 and $30 on the higher side. Okay. So I would recommend to buy silver around current levels, around 53,500. Stop loss should be kept around 53,000 and the target would be 54,300 and 54,500 within 2 or 3 days.
All right, Renisha, appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much for that. So those are the calls coming in from Edelweiss. Buy on copper, gold, silver and metals as well for the intraday markets today. With that, it's wrap on ETNow show, but handing it over to Tanveer then for closing trades.
Well, thanks very much for that, Manisha. Since you just touched upon the rupee, just wanted a quick note on the way it's come back. I mean, you're amazed by it because from talking 60, people are now looking at 54.
Well, the appreciation really was very strong, Tanveer, and people were surprised by that. 4.5% of gains coming in last 4 days, and today a bit of a breather that you are seeing was much expected, and you could see some more decline coming in. I think what the levels people are working with are right now are 53 to 57 for the rest of this quarter now.